guys are ready to make your decisions where you want to go, what you want to do.
And this was cleared out, right? This floor.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you explored every room here.
Okay. Um, yeah, I guess we need to head down.
We're going to go over each 10-foot space for secret doors. No, I'm just teasing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good idea.
Right. You guys have the two basically dumbwaiters to the north, and then you have the two stairways that lead down to the south.
Well, we know we saw enemies down the dumbwaiters, so that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, they were like pulling the bodies out of the dumbwaiters from the where we started, I think, and taking them somewhere.
Yep.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So I would say stairs. Um, I'm gonna say bottom left.
Sounds good.
Bottom
Yeah,
left.
yeah.
All right. Since there's nothing else left up here, I'm just going to go ahead and say you characters move to the bottom left, and we'll go ahead and jump down to the next level. Let me move you guys to the left side. And every time I move you guys as a group, I got to refresh. It freezes on me. I do not know. I'm going to start moving you one by one. One by one by one by one by one.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten the hang of Foundry, so I ran the one that comes in the book,
One of the
Starless
stars.
Portal. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I'm still struggling with Foundry, with just figuring out how to do all the GM stuff.
Yeah, I've been running on Foundry for like 2 years, but I was doing 5e, so works
Oh, gotcha.
slightly different for DCC. All right, so you guys find yourself back down in the main mausoleum. As a reminder, to the south were the chambers where there were dozens of bodies laid out. You have the doors far to the south that were locked. As you approach the doors, the four statues nearby would wail a horrifying sound. The area you are right now in the center is a sort of courtyard surrounding a fountain that is all overgrown and destroyed. And there are several other kind of mausoleum vaults on the walls in this area as well.
Yeah, I believe I suggested that if it was this floor, I believe it was the room to the north had more peasants hiding. That we should try to get them to come with us again.
Yeah, I would say
That,
for
that's a
anybody.
splendid idea.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's a splendid idea.
So anybody who has. Is it. Everybody else have their 3 characters left, or is anybody down to 2? I know Tom's at 1.
Yeah, I'm at one.
You're at 1? Okay. I would say if you're at 1 character, there are enough characters in that room that will join you to get you back up to 2. So there's 1 more.
Okay, I will pick out a blacksmith from another who I have on another sheet, so I'll pick
Okay.
them.
Perfect. With that, your blacksmith has at least a hammer, dagger, some form of small weapon with him as well.
Yeah, and I think we got some leftover weapons, so I can give them that.
Okay.
Could you drop a description of the prayer book into it? I lost the markups, the marked up sheet that I had from last session,
Uh,
so I can't.
yeah. So in your character sheet, the one that's on the map currently, you should be able to double click, go to equipment, and you'll see the white leather prayer book there.
Got it.
And it basically works as a cleric scroll, basically.
Excellent.
Okay. Does anybody else need at least 1 more character?
I was just gonna say if anybody did, I mean, I have my extra guy still, so if
I,
you wanted to use that or anything, but
I think we're good then. So 1 more character decides that they're brave enough to join the fight. The others are going to continue to cower in that room and try to barricade the door and stay safe. All right. To the north, there were spiral staircases leading down, and then you have the dumbwaiters leading down or up from this level.
My character is sort of curious to see So Parrish wants to take the Dark Blade. Is considering taking the Dark Blade over to see if that affects the wailing of these. See if they react. This kind of like weirdness over here. See
statues?
if it reacts to the
Oh, by the main doors.
the room we couldn't get into that was in
Yes,
the
to the
earlier
south. Yeah,
area.
those two large double doors. The way they look like they'd be doors, like as an entrance or exit to the entire Colosseum itself. So you would go down there, and what do you do with the sword?
I just see if I just wanted to see if the statues reacted in the same way with this new artifact.
Okay.
That I
So as you walk up to the doors, you hear just like in your mind the very, very low kind of moaning of people in distress or sad. But then as you approach the door, go ahead and roll me a d20. This is it's a will save. Roll me a will save.
Okay, sorry, let me get my character sheet up. Oh yeah, just regular D20.
With a 10, the sounds of sorrow cause absolute panic, forcing you to drop anything you hold and flee at top speed from the statues along a random path for 2d3 rounds. During their harrowed flight, a victim can take no other action except movement. So the sounds, as soon as you touch the door, they begin wailing just uncontrollably, just ringing in your head, and this causes you to just drop the sword, put your hands over your ears, and just bolt away back towards the rest of the party.
Oh my gosh, that was a bad idea.
I'd say
Yeah.
it takes you about a minute or two to calm down and regain your focus.
All right, can I go back over and get the blade
Yeah,
at this point?
You go back over and kind of slowly walk between the statues, pick up the blade, make sure not to go anywhere near the door, and then rejoin the group.
Sorry guys, just thought I'd try my luck again.
Not a bad idea.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything down here?
I was just gonna ask. This one was also cleared out, right?
Yes.
As far as rooms, yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Wait,
other
maybe
than
we
that,
could-
to south.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're good.
Maybe
go
we
ahead.
could send some bodies down on the dumbwaiter, if there's any left, and then just as like a distraction kind of thing, to have the people busy when we get down there.
Yeah, you can still see that there's like still rows of bodies in each of the two rooms. The one where you woke up and the other one to the east. There are still like rows of bodies laying there.
Didn't we kill a couple of cult members down there in that room? They came out of one of the side rooms.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
killed
someone
two
took their
cult members
robes.
who took the robes.
Yeah. What if we put on some robes and took some bodies down and just scout it out?
Yeah,
Whoever
so-
had the robes, could they throw a body over their shoulder or something? That
Yeah,
bring them down.
I
Yeah,
think
just-
my character took one of the robes. And I have some chain, so we could chain you guys together to make it look like you're prisoners.
Or at least pretend to chain us.
Yeah. Let's,
And chain us, yes.
sure.
Okay. So
Does it,
two
you wanna pick a
in
dumbwaiter?
rows.
assuming they both go to the same place, but maybe they don't. I don't know.
How big are the dumbwaiters?
The dumbwaiters are probably like 3 to 4 feet wide and 3 to 4 feet deep. So a little square, almost kind of like two-person elevators, basically.
Hmm.
Who wants to go first?
Thinking maybe
Well,
it's Sarah's.
Parrish will take the lead, I guess. He's got the gear for it to be
Yeah. Do you want to? I hate to do this, but do you want to send one person down each and see if they come out in the same place? Like you can poke your head out and turn and see if the other person's poking their head out, or should we just pick one and go down? Because at least that way, there's two people down there if they get into a fight right away, assuming they go to the same room.
Right.
But because they're built that way up here, I'm kind of thinking that might be how it is downstairs too.
Right. Um. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Or we could send somebody down the steps and have somebody go down the dumbwaiter.
I think I'm more comfortable with steps.
Yeah, if we're all chained up as prisoners, then
Oh yeah.
being led down the steps could work, right?
All right. So we've got 2 sets of robes. So one of us can go in the front with the robes, and one of us can go in the back, and we can kind of, you know, abuse the prisoners, kind of thing, right? Would that work? Mock abuse, right?
Sure.
Try and make it more convincing.
Maybe as long as there's only an audience.
Okay, sounds good. All
Yeah.
right.
Don't rough me
Yeah,
up
I
if
mean,
there's no one there to
just-
see it.
I'm just kind of saying if we're going down there, you know, it probably won't work if the person who's pretending to be a cultist says, "Oh, mind you don't trip there." Okay.
All right. So who is wearing robes? So who's at the front? Who's at the back?
I'll have my character at the front.
Okay.
I didn't have any robes, but I was gonna say Ray would be down to impersonate.
Okay.
He's-
So,
What's your personality like? I have 0 modifier on it.
Well, one.
You've got a plus
Um,
1.
Yeah.
Do you want to go in the front to be the face of the party?
I suppose.
Does anyone else have a robe? It may have been on one of my guys before I lost my character sheets.
it's all good. I could say you guys had 2, so Tom and Rick can both have one.
Okay,
You guys can pass them off to each other if need be.
my guys will
Okay.
be prisoners.
Yeah, and we got some chains, so we'll kind of wrap it around to make it like Clank, so it looks like they are being led down as prisoners.
All right. Well, with that, then you guys head down the stairs, and I will activate the next map here and pull you guys over. Alright, so as you enter this area, this is the Undercroft. It is a low and many-pillared hall built of somber stone that is now corrupted with the purple hue of decay. The air is thick with the smell of charred bone and corrupted flesh. Throughout the Undercroft, the chanting of cultists cuts through the silence. Their inhuman voices mount and fall in some unholy psalm of forbidden blasphemy. In the far southeast of the Undercroft, you can see, coming from the ceiling, a rough-cut hole. Looks like it probably lines up to where the fountain was above. Additionally, as in this area, dozens of open burial niches line the walls like black windows into the abyss. Shimmering within each are the unblinking eyes of reddish fire. Such each of these little holes to the side. You see basically a set of black eyes blinking out of the darkness. I say black eyes, red eyes blinking out of the darkness.
Now, are they speaking common, these chants?
I
Or
would
is
say
it
it's
some-
some kind of chaotic language. You're not quite sure what language it is.
Okay, so we can't figure out what it is. So there's, but I guess if we were ordering the prisoners around, we'd have to use some form of common, right?
Hmm.
But make it sound guttural, like "Move, scum!"
like
Yeah,
it.
I would say the two cultists that you killed earlier, yeah, they did seem to be speaking common when they were attacking you, and yeah, some kind of you know rough, gruff voice.
All right. So, can we see? Nobody else is out and about though in here.
Nope, you can hear shifting, and as I said, to the left and right, each one of these little openings, you can see a set of red eyes is blinking and staring out at you, and you hear some shuffling inside these. Basically, it's like burial niches in the walls.
Is there any light here?
The only light you see is if you look far to the south, you see the hue of blue light coming off of what looks like braziers that have a blue fire coming out of them.
My guys are going to say stuff like, "Please don't hurt us. Where are you taking us?" Things like that.
You will be sacrificed for the
Well,
glory of the queen.
won't hurt for long. um, shit, I don't know. I guess we just. Well, if nobody's around, maybe we should check out what's in these little niches. So,
Where are you going, prisoner? The eyes watch us. You cannot hope to escape. Trying to drop a hint that, we're being watched.
oh, we're
So, are we moving to the south here, or what?
Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Move to the south, or go look in the little burial niches.
Are we? I guess we're still chained together, so we have to but it seems like wasn't really super necessary to at least enter this area. So do we want to drop the
Right.
ruse?
Rick, you're in the lead. What are you doing?
I'm gonna push Chet forward towards the left wall and tell him to meet his new roommates.
All right. As you go towards the little burial niche, you can hear almost like claws scraping against stone, and the eyes blink and continue to stare out of the darkness at you.
Could he get a better look at them when he gets closer?
Sure. Did one of you guys have the torch still lit, or did you turn it off as you came down?
Let's see. The light looked like it enraged people, right? It enraged the cultists before, right?
Or at least it drew attention and drew them out.
Yeah, let's not have the light on.
Okay. All right. So, how close do you get to the burial niche? The one who's looking at it.
The loaded question.
I mean, I guess he'll walk right up to it.
All right. Go ahead and roll me just a luck score. Try to roll under your luck.
Let me double check his real quick. Okay, so an 8 is his luck.
Oh,
So as you go towards the burial niche, you are trying to look inside, and you can't quite see anything. The blinking eyes seem to move away from you, back into the darkness more, and you lean in a bit more. And as you do, suddenly, claw-like fingers reach out, grab the edges of the wall, and stepping forth, this creature lunges out at you. Suddenly, the entire warren of pitiful creatures erupts in a hideous clamor of tortured screams. From the darkness, burial niches crawl decomposing men, clothed in rotted tatters, who shamble forth with hellfire eyes. And about, I'm going to roll a d8 to see how many of these creatures come out. 3. So the other 2 that are right here next to it are also going to lunge forth. So lunging at the first person, they're going to make 1 attack. That is an 8. Did that hit the AC of the person who went to investigate?
I believe it's a 9. Yeah, 9.
9. So it misses it. As it steps out, it's coming out of this small space. It reaches for you, trying to attack, and misses. So everybody go ahead and roll initiative for your highest character. I will roll for the Acolytes. They have a -4, so I'm thinking you should beat them. Oh yeah, you guys roll well.
Sorry, I was trying to find my initiative
You're good, no
modifiers.
worries. Man, very, very well. All right. With that, I think we're just missing 1, but it looks like Rick, you rolled the highest, so we're going to start initiative with Rick and just go in order from there. So Rick, Tom, Zavin, the Acolytes, Abstract, and Leo. So with that, Rick, you are up. What would you like to do?
Great. So Chet would already be standing right there, basically.
Yep.
So I guess he'll go ahead and swing on the one that swung on him.
Okay. A
Sorry, I was
4
missing my-
miss.
I was going to say that wasn't me.
That was mine.
Oh, that was your-
My
okay,
initiative.
that was
I'm
your
sorry, I
initiative.
forgot to roll it.
And this is, I guess, at a -1. I had it written down. Sorry. Okay, he's got a hammer.
Okay. Yeah, I think I put those things in your inventory as well, just in case you need to remember what their damage and such is. 2. All right, with a 2, he comes out at you, and you're caught off guard by the foul smell that just assaults your senses now. And their decaying bodies just creep you out. So as it comes out and slashes at you, you're able to dodge out of the way, and you immediately just swing in reaction. The swing going wildly over its head, unable to land a strike.
And then Pod will step in there, I suppose.
Okay.
Take a swing on the same guy. At a +1. Or actually, no, hold on. I think it's just a 0. Yeah, 0, sorry.
An 8. You go to swing at the second one, and it's still coming out of its little cubby, and you end up hitting the edge of the stonework, not able to strike the creature.
And Ray will chuck his dagger at this one.
All right.
Or is that within range,
Yeah.
actually, for a dagger? Okay.
And so you can at least, if you have to, take like 1 step towards it. Yeah, your guys are within close enough range here. It's not a big deal. I think the smallest on a dagger is like 20.
Hey, there we go.
That strikes. Let loose your dagger, end over end, and it strikes straight into the creature's shoulder as it's climbing out, taking 1 point of damage.
And Ray will step back a wee bit.
All right. Then with that, we are on to Tom.
All right. One of my guys needs cash is going to throw a dart.
Okay.
Okay, and I
Goes
think
flying
that'll
and finds true, sticking into the leg of the creature closest to you.
All right, and that'll be a D. +1.
Nice.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Well done. The dart goes flying through, stabbing into its leg, and you see it stumble as it's still climbing out of its little burial niche, but still coming.
Still up. Hey, let's see. All right, well, I guess it's the blacksmith. They are going to swing. They get a +1. Let's see what they got. Can they throw a hammer?
Yeah, you can try throwing a hammer.
All right, they'll try throwing it. They don't really want to get in melee, so.
So we'll treat that as a thrown weapon, so you use your dexterity modifier.
That's a miss.
That is a
All right.
miss. Unsure, a little bit uneasy. He's scared of what's going on, and it's dark down here too, so it's very, very, very hard to see. He throws his hammer. It goes smacking off of the stonework and clatters to the ground, echoing through this chamber.
All right. They will move back, and that will be their turn.
I did forget that it is dark down here, so unless your character has some kind of infravision, roll down on the dice chain. All right, Zavin, you are up.
All right. Oops. I will just move up to where those are. Sorry, it's really dark. Those are the cultists there.
Yep.
Okay. And I'll start off with Armstrong, the alchemist, who's going to try to club one in the head with his hammer.
All right. An 11, that will hit. Don't forget, roll down the dice chain for your attacks. Because it's dark down here. So unless your character has infravision, let me know.
Okay, do you want me to re-roll that?
No, you're fine. Just going forward.
Okay. My other two characters will have infravision.
Perfect. All right. For 4 points of damage, you're able to finish off that cultist as it tries to step up. So these look like they're basically becoming cultists. They seem to be put in these chambers to become what you saw earlier. So they're decaying and wearing tattered clothing, and they smell horrendous, and their red eyes just look into your soul. You smash this guy in the face, and he crumbles to the floor.
Good riddance. You don't deserve this fate, so we'll remove it from you for sure. And Blair and John, the halfling and elf, will attack the other one there.
All right.
So I'll do the elf first. Oops, nice.
A 2, swing and a miss, as this one's able to dodge away from the attack. Now 14 will hit. This attack finds true. You feel it as it smacks against the flesh of the creature.
Shouldn't that have been a D16 though?
It has infravision. That was a dwarf and an elf.
I got it.
The halfling, yeah. So it does 2 damage with his deck.
2 points of damage to that creature. Slashing through its skin, you see not quite blood, but it doesn't bleed out like normal blood would. It just, this black ichor starts to slowly seep out of the wound. All right, that's it for Zavin. All right.
Yes.
With that, the occultists are going to step forward. So, Rick, did all of your characters step back?
No, the other two were still standing up there in the melee.
Okay. So right now, for the one standing in the melee, it's going to be Zavin or Rick. So I'm just going to roll a D4. 1-2 against Davin. 3-4 versus Rick. So Zavin. And then the second one.
That was a D3,
Oh,
just
was
so
it?
you know.
Sorry. It was a D3. Okay, so first one's Zavin. Second one. Zavin as well. Okay, 2 strikes against Zavin here. The first one. A
Yeah.
natural 1.
Nice.
Its claws swing at you, but you're able to deflect away its strike, and you see almost like its fingernails that are growing out long break against your weapon as you deflect the attack. The second one is a 21 for 1 point of damage as it grabs you and tries to bite you. So with that, I will need, go ahead, your lowest luck score character is the one that's going to get hit by this. I need a fort save from that character.
It's not going to matter. Armstrong only had 1 HP, so.
Oh, okay, the 1 HP, he's down. So he reaches forward, grabs onto his shoulder and his head, and bites down on his neck, tearing at the flesh. You hear a low guttural cry that's drowned out by the gargling sound of blood filling his lungs, and the creature goes down and just starts clawing at him on the ground there. Alright, that is it for those creatures. Abstract, you are up, witnessing one of your compatriots being torn apart.
Disturbing. So I honestly can't remember. I haven't whether one or two of my characters died last week. So I'm gonna play conservatively and just assume that I have a gut feeling that Lofar died for a reason.
Okay.
But anyway, I just couldn't remember it. Next time I'll send my sheet on time.
All good, no worries.
I realize why we did that now. So Parrish is going to rush in here and swing his sword.
Without dark vision, make sure to roll down the dice chain.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Go ahead and reroll.
We can say that one was for the. Well, yeah. I have an elf who will roll. Yeah. No.
A miss. The first one runs in with his sword, swinging in the darkness, unable to find the creature.
Volan Star Eyes goes in next.
Okay.
He does have dark vision though, so.
All right, roll as normal. Another 5. Again, even
Another
through
miss.
the darkness with his infravision, these creatures, their skin is almost cold, so his infravision is finding it hard to really get the exact location of the creature. And as he swings away, the creature is able to dodge out of its strike. All right, that it for your characters?
Yep.
All right, with that, Leo, you are up.
All right. Tarkus of Market Street, my cut purse is going to advance down to this one down here at the bottom, and he's going to swing at it with his dagger or stab at it, and let's see what he gets.
A 9 strikes true. That is their AC.
Oh, nice.
9 is what you're trying to beat.
And let's see, what's 1d4?
For another
2 points.
points of damage as your dagger slices into its skin. Again, this one across its chest. You see the black ichor start to slowly ooze out.
All right. Archibald Puttyfoot, my halfling dyer, is going to advance towards that same creature and whack at it with his staff. And he gets to use a d20 because he has dark vision. No.
A natural 1. fumble tables built out yet, but that is okay. So with that, where is my fumble table? I think you just roll a d4 for 0 level characters on the
Yeah.
fumble table.
Let's see here.
A 2.
2. Oh, not too bad.
No, not too bad. Alright, I'll find it later. That's alright. Don't worry about the fumble for now.
I've got it in front of me if you want
You
it.
got it in front of you? Good, perfect. Go ahead.
Yep. 2. You trip but may recover with the DC 10 ref save. Otherwise, you must spend the next round prone.
Alright. Reflex save.
He does that with a -1.
And prone onto the ground in the darkness, even with his little bit of infravision that he has. He strikes at the creature, but then trips over the dead body of his comrade and falls to the ground.
My last guy, Ulrich the Traveler, my shaman, he's going to grasp his acorn with his left hand because he's already feeling some kind of connection to this thing, and he is going to draw his mace and advance towards the one further north than the ones that the other guys. This one up here.
Okay.
And see a D16 roll. And he gets +1 with his mace. Oh, nice.
Feeling emboldened, he walks forward, strikes the creature, and that is a crit with a D16. I'm going to let you go ahead and have the crit on that one. So go ahead and roll your normal damage, and then roll on the crit table.
Okay, it's 1d6 +1 for damage.
3
So
points
3
of
points.
damage. And that one I do have, if you go to the rollable tables, if you remember how to get to that, there is a crit table 1, all 0 level characters. You can just click on the die and it'll automatically roll.
Crit table, all 0 level characters. Wait, where do I click?
To the right of its description, you'll see a little dice icon.
Oh, got it. Okay.
20. Lucky blow. Dent the foe's skull. Inflict an additional 2d6 damage with this strike. If the foe has no helm, he suffers a permanent loss of 1d4 intelligence. I think 2d6 with the damage he's already taken, he's going to suffer all intelligence lost. Go ahead and roll the 2d6. Oof,
11.
Damage. Yeah, you obliterate this thing's skull. Its entire head is just concaved in, and it falls limp to the ground. This creature is dead. No need to check for a pulse on that one.
And that's it for my guys.
All right. With that, we are back up to Rick. You got 1 left so far.
All right. I guess.
All that's left right now is the one at the bottom, and it is injured.
Okay, yeah, I guess, yep, Chet and Pod will move into melee with him. And I guess Chet first.
Strike lands
So-
true.
I was gonna say it's a -1, but I think you said it was a 9, right?
Yep.
Okay.
For 2 points of damage, the hardy creature takes the strike.
Also -1.
-1? Okay. The hardy creature strikes out at back, or you strike at it and you hear it roar almost, this low guttural growl at you as it takes the hit.
And then Pod.
Any plus or minus on that one?
He's just a 0.
Alright, 9. Strikes. True.
Sweet.
For an additional 4 points of damage, slashes through and finishes one off, and you see it reach out at you, and its last little bits of strength that it has left before it collapses to the ground. And they are all dead. As you look around, the other eyes in the darkness continue to blink and stare out at you.
And who went down?
One of Zavin's characters.
Yeah, Armstrong, the alchemist, died.
Ah. All right. Well, I guess maybe don't stick your face in those. Now we know.
If we're out of initiative,
Yep.
my halfling's going to stand up.
Yep, no problem.
I guess maybe we can hug this side a little bit, just since we already killed some of them. Maybe. I don't know.
All right, do you guys get back into your chained up prisoners line?
Does it look like we attracted any attention?
No, it seems like the bit of sound you made was kind of drowned out by the continued chanting of whatever is going on down to the south of you. So as you look down there, it doesn't, from what you can see anyways, it doesn't look like it drew the attention of any of the creatures.
Cool.
Yeah, let's get back into the see if this ruse works when we actually encounter some people.
Could I take a quick look around just to see if there's any like small rocks or debris or whatever that might work as like sling stones?
Go ahead and roll me luck.
Right, this is dang it, Ray, who's got the sling, so his is a 16.
All right, go ahead and roll me a d6. You find one
All right.
stone that would work, it's the size and shape that would work inside your sling.
All right, and he'll also recover his dagger.
Okay.
I'm gonna loot Armstrong just to not lose his stuff.
No problem.
My halfling, before getting up and going back in line, before going back in line, he's going to use his infravision to kind of look into this little cubby hole right here without stepping into it.
Okay. You look inside, and it looks like, as I said, it looks like some kind of just like a burial niche where, people that aren't as important, their remains would be laid to rest. You see there are scraps of rotting food. There's even like scraps of what look to be almost like flesh that have fallen off of these people as they were transforming into whatever they are, and looks like straw or something for them to lay on. And again, it smells quite terribly.
I have a really messed up idea. What if we hacked up our recently dead friend and tossed his parts in to feed them?
That sounds like a really great idea.
Does anyone have like something better than a knife? Because that's the best I got for cutting somebody up. Like a hand axe or maybe a short sword. I don't know.
I mean, I have that two-handed sword, so
Oh yeah, shit. That'll hack up.
So, what are we doing exactly? Sorry.
Basically hacking up limbs to chuck. Feed them dinner. Walk by and toss like an arm into some of these cubbies, and give them something to munch on, so they're not so worried about eating us.
Gotcha. Yeah, Parrish, I guess, yeah, does the semi-grotesque work here.
All right. I would say for any lawful characters may find this a bit uneasy.
Yeah, Pod throws up a little.
Yeah,
especially,
I'm gonna
Tom's
suggest why
character.
don't we cut the guys we killed instead of our comrade?
What was that?
Cut up the near turned cultists instead.
My only reasoning was just that because they're seem to be already rotting and zombified, I wasn't sure how that goes.
I think they'll eat anything.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I would definitely say
Or-
Tom's character, because he has the shield of Jessica, would
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
Oh,
eat up,
yeah.
because
Yeah,
the shield itself would be like cannot
This is-
desiccate your comrade's body.
Yeah. No, they've fallen bravely in combat. We should not desecrate their body.
What about desecrating one of the bodies upstairs? I guess we'll just leave it alone. We'll do the so Parrish will carve up one of the some of these zombie or whatever things
Okay.
we just attacked.
Just go ahead and roll
Just
me
like
a
us.
just a strength check.
Should I roll with the modifier of the sword as well?
Sure, yeah. Oh yeah, this sword seems to slice through this flesh, this rotting flesh, without any hesitation whatsoever. The joints disarticulate quite easily, and you're able to cut them apart at like the elbow and maybe even at the shoulder and the knees, and you're able to get several pieces out of these creatures pretty quick with a 21. I would say you probably are able to cut up about 8 pieces from a couple of the bodies there.
Okay. Parrish is like, that's my work done. Someone else is throwing it. But Volan Star Eyes is my chaotic character. My chaotic elven artisan will pick some up. Because with his infravision, maybe he'll throw it better.
All right, so he goes around and tosses the little pieces into the cubbies. As you do, you hear very quickly the creature grab the bit of flesh, and you can immediately hear the gnawing and munching and just devouring of the flesh. You hear teeth on bone, and it is quite disturbing, but they do seem to take the flesh and eat it.
Right. Volan sort of motions quickly, like let's go.
Yeah, while they're eating.
All right, you guys begin moving through the chamber.
I guess we get back into formation.
Okay. I can go ahead and move you guys down one by one here to put you in your group down below as you approach. Let's see, Tom was at the back as the other cultist.
Yep.
All right.
Mm.
Oh, geez, that's a lot of dudes.
That's what I was just thinking. It looked like there's one over there too.
All right.
In the shadows.
As you enter this area, a bluish glimmer radiates from far ahead, silhouetting a many-pillared hall where several dark figures join a blasphemous chanting. Their voices rise in a score of sinister echoes, inhuman as the howling of beasts, and yet articulate enough for you to capture a single word repeated again and again. Mordigian, Mordigian, Mordigian. Beyond the ring of chanting figures, a hall ends at a central vault beset with 4 massive urns filled with skulls that blaze a sickly blue flame. A vast black altar table is lit by the glare of the unholy urns, its surface toppled with dozens of corpses. Before the table is a crowned woman and a sinister figure that stands hunched and beast-like beneath violet robes. So you can tell that this one here is the crowned woman, and then to her left is a cultist that looks a bit different than the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the chanting continues.
Should we sneak out and try to gank him?
What was that?
Go around the pillars and ambush.
Seems like a good idea, right? Like they haven't even noticed us. I don't know if taking like if we can sneak, we should.
What distances are we talking about here? Are the small squares like 5 feet, or the
Uh,
bigger, larger
each
squares?
set of 4 is basically 5 feet.
Okay. Huh. What if we just charged them and went straight for the like?
That seems like a plan, and there's enough light here, right, that we're not at disadvantage.
Yeah, as long as you're within basically forward of this position, you're in light.
And
And
if we charge them, we could get like a +2 on our attacks, but it's -2 on AC on the next round. But or we could just approach and attack. I mean, we don't have to. We don't have to charge. We can get there with just so.
That's
I think
it's an interesting
I,
thought with the charge, because if we try to take out the leader, then maybe there would be like a morale check or something like that.
Yeah.
And if we're running in, we might be able just to get by that first dude.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Maybe everybody take up positions close enough to charge. Or everybody
yeah.
who wants to. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
All right, so we drop the ruse of prisoners and kind of set yourselves up so you can in a group
charge, yeah.
forward.
So there are some spells in that white prayer book. Can you remind me what they are?
Let's see if I open it up. If you go to your inventory equipment, you see the white prayer book. If you click on the little edit icon next to the trash can, it'll open up the description there for you. So it has 3 spells: Holy Sanctuary, Neutralize Poison or Disease, and Protection from Evil.
All right. Or yeah, D10 for 10th level characters. Yeah, I guess it's not worth it right now. So
Has it been? I was just going to ask if my potion on Chainmail Dude was still active. Has it been an hour basically since we fought the Chimera?
How stealthily were you kind of moving through the Undercroft or getting down this way from upstairs?
Moderately. We weren't trying to be noisy, but we were doing like the disguise thing.
All right.
So
I'll tell you that you guys have the first 2 rounds. Once we start combat, the first 2 rounds you'll still have it active, and then it'll wear off after that.
All right, we got 2 rounds to call these guys.
okay, I'm just gonna check the. I'm just gonna grab my rulebook and see what's worth trying to cast these spells beforehand. Anyway.
If you're not a spellcaster, I'm not sure if I can throw the cleric spells into your inventory or not. So let's see what they were. They were Holy Sanctuary. Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere because you don't have a spell location currently.
Okay, let me look those up.
I might be able to throw it under your notes. Let me try that. Holy Sanctuary. Neutralize Poison and Disease, which is 2nd level. And lastly is Protection from Evil.
Yep.
Which is 1st level. Okay. And
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything that's going to like work. I guess Protection from Evil. Let me try it with the character who's got a. This would just be a D10, right?
yes. So for that, it is making a spell check that appropriate to their class, typically a D10 for 0 level characters. So plus for that, it'd be any if it's cleric spell, any modifier that you have to personality.
Yeah, no luck.
Yep, a 1, you lose the spell. That's all right. That stays in the
Well,
book.
it says, yeah.
Yep, it stays in the book until you use it, so you're good. All right. So yeah. You're
All right,
ready.
we will just charge in. I do have a vial of holy water, so we'll have that ready to chuck at the queen.
All right.
Nice. Good idea.
All right. So you guys prepare yourselves, kind of hunkering down, kind of getting in a line just on the edge of the light, so you're still in the shadows. Who are you all going for the same person, or are you attacking different ones?
You just want to split up like 50-50 between the queen and the high priest guy or whatever he is.
Yeah, I feel like if we're gonna charge, we should make it a point of going for the highest.
Yeah. But my halfling, I'll have to probably get one of these lower guys just because he's not going to be able to run all the way up there.
Right. Um, 50-50 sounds good to me.
All right. So I'm gonna position you guys kind of as if you were getting ready to just on the edge of the light. And everybody go ahead and roll me an agility check to see how quietly you can set yourselves up.
Just the highest person or
Yeah, highest
lowest
person's
person? No.
Well, we got one super stealthy, a couple kind of there in the middle, and 3 below. So that's going to make it pretty difficult. So with that, I would say as you guys are approaching and getting into position, the closest one to you is going to hear something and turn around. And as he does, I'm going to let Abstract make one attack. You were the most stealthy. You're going to be the first one to react. See if you can attack this person before he's able to notify the rest.
But I guess if I attack them, they'll probably alert them anyway. Would I be able to use that one action to charge in?
Yeah, you could try to charge in.
Yeah, I'll do that. Parrish will charge in with the Dark Blade, swinging at the. Yeah, the not the queen, but the one next to her.
Okay. All right, so Abstract goes charging forward.
So it's a +2. It's +2 for the charge, right?
Yep. And then -2 to your AC for this round.
And don't forget your potion bonus.
Oh wait, and there's a potion bonus.
Oh!
My God!
No.
And that is a fumble as you go into strike. Let's see. Somebody has the fumble table.
Oh, yeah, just it's a D4.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll a d4. That is a 4.
Your weapon is damaged. A bowstring breaks, a sword hilt falls off, or a crossbow firing mechanism jams. The weapon can be repaired with 10 minutes of work, but is useless for now.
Even a magical weapon. Shit.
Being a magical weapon, it won't take the effects, but I'll say as you go to strike, you're basically going to lose your balance and drop the weapon, so you can take your next action to pick it up.
Okay.
So as you run forward, the cultist that heard you guys and turned sees you running by and tries to grab at you, causing you to stumble and lose your balance, and you go to strike at the cultist in front of you, and you miss, hitting the ground, the sword hitting so hard it rings and vibrates in your hand, causing it to shake loose and fall. And at this point, everyone's going to be aware.
So I had Leroy Jenkins that.
Yeah, you did.
All right. With that, the rest of the cultists, the chanting suddenly stops, and the queen turns, the Hierophant turns, and all of them look at you to see what is going on. And the one up here calls out, They're being attacked! And points to the rest of you just on the other edge of the light in the darkness. And with that, everybody go ahead and roll initiative. And I will roll initiative for my highest as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. All right, so it looks like we are starting with Leo for this one.
Yeah. Archibald Putfoot, my halfling, is going to charge up and hit the guy that called out the alarm. So he is going to do an official charge with his staff. And we're in enough light that I can use the D20 now, right?
Yeah. As soon as you go past this little blue line that I drew, you are in full light. So
Okay.
good.
21.
That definitely hits.
And let's see, 1d4 worth of damage.
You go charging forward with a staff, smashing this guy across the face. You see his eyes roll back in his head as he stumbles backwards and collapses to the ground.
Nice. Then Targus of Market Street is going to also follow the other guy's charge effort and move all the way down. He's going to go for the princess, though, or the queen, or whatever she is.
Okay.
And that's a dagger attack, melee dagger attack. And hang on, I'm rolling damage. We'll just call that my damage roll if I hit. Okay,
Yep,
that'll
problem.
work.
A 14 will hit.
Okay, so then 3 damage.
3 damage. As you strike at the queen, caught off guard, she isn't able to dodge out of the way and takes that strike across her arm, and you hear her cry out in a guttural scream.
And then Ulrich the Traveler is going to follow suit and do the same except he'll go for you said the Hierophant?
Yep.
Okay. He gets a +1 to hit. Oh, it's actually going to be +3 because he's charging.
Yep.
Boom. It's a 15.
A 15 will hit.
And 1d6 +1 damage. You don't do extra damage. You don't do extra damage on the charge, do you?
No, it's just a hit.
It's just it's on the to hit. Okay.
There was like potion. There was some in the first 2
The
rounds.
3.
Yeah, it's for the person who has the black sword.
Oh right.
All right, that one finds and strikes true through the Hierophant, and again through its robes. Though you can't really tell if you've made much damage. You see the robes tatter and slice through on his arm as you strike him, and he stares back at you. This one again, almost like a skull face with red eyes glowing out.
That's it for my guys. Maybe they'll step aside, maybe, so the other people can charge in behind them.
All right, with that then, Rick, you are up.
All right. So yeah, Pod and Chet will come running in after the second in command. And then the other guys will run in. Oops. Lag. Sorry.
Where'd you want to run to? Basically there.
Oh,
Nope.
sorry.
Oh,
I was trying to, but
No worries. Gotcha.
yeah. So, Chet first.
And an 8 will miss. Unable to strike. You run around a pillar, past one of the cultists go to strike
Can-
at the Hierophant, and he dodges.
Can he burn 4 luck?
You can burn 4 luck if you want.
I'll go ahead and do that. Is that gonna help me out?
8 puts you to 12. That will hit.
All right.
Nice.
Something.
For 2
All
points
right.
of damage.
And then pod. That's not luckable.
3 misses. So the one that does strike, as he cuts through the robe, you almost see like a black smoke coming out of where you just sliced across him.
And then Ray was like up here,
Okay.
and I guess he'll try to take a slingshot at. Go ahead and try to clear this dude out
Okay.
if I'm real lucky.
Will hit for 4
Yes.
points of damage. This one distracted by what's going on in front of him, trying to strike at the other ones that had run up and defend his partner. This one strikes him right in the back of the head with a sickening thud, and you think you hear a crack as it hits, and this one falls to the ground dead.
Nice.
All right, that's it for all your characters.
Yep.
All right, Tom. Before you go, this there you see down at the very bottom this almost smoky, liquid-looking creature, and it is basically coming up out of the ground. As you see this, I'm going to go ahead and roll 3 times to see who's going to be attacked. So again, it's going to be in order from top to bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First one versus Zavin. Then versus Tom. And lastly, Leo. So the smoke, all of a sudden, the 3 of you, smoky tentacle comes out of the ground near you and is going to strike at you. So first one, Zavin. That is a 10 for 3 points of damage. Versus your lowest luck character.
Still alive?
Still alive? Alright. Second one versus Tom, your lowest luck character. That is a natural 20 for 2 points of damage. And it's a strike to the throat. You're not able to speak until healed.
All right. That they're still alive, but
Alright. And then lastly, Leo, your lowest luck character. Another natural 20.
Damn!
Ooh, this battle might go bad. That's 4 points of damage, and it's a blow to the jaw. You lose 7 or more points of damage and a number of teeth.
Okay, so it would be my lowest luck character that's down here in the melee because my halfling guy's way up here.
Okay.
Is that so that's going to be Tarkus of Market Street, and you said 4 points.
4 points. And
He's
then
down.
Additional 7 from the critical hit. So
Yep, he's dead.
So those 3 tentacles you see writhe up out of the floor. Just smoky tentacle comes up, strikes at all 3 of you. All 3 landing. 2 of you able to withstand the damage. The last being destroyed by this creature. And then with that, we are on to Tom.
wow. Let's see. The one who can't speak is going to chuck the holy water at the avatar of Mordigan because that thing seems nasty. Holy shit. Okay. They will say per to Justicar that this works.
All right.
And we're charging, right? Or we'll think a per to Mordigan because he can't actually speak. What is do we get a +2 for charging?
Yeah, I'll give you a +2 on that. And then since it'll kind of be like a thrown property, if you have any agility that you can add to that, you can add the agility to it.
Sounds good.
A 5.
Bollocks.
You trying to hit the creature directly, but the smoky kind of etherealness of it, the vial goes straight through it, smashing against the wall behind it, and does not seem to actually hit the creature.
All right. My other guy will pick up a dart and try and let's see. No, they'll just go in with a cleaver. So, all right, they will.
Who are you charging at? The Queen or the Hierophant or the Avatar?
Let's go to the Hierophant.
The Hierophant? Oh, okay. For a 10 will miss.
Plus 2 for the charge.
Oh yeah, that's right. +2
Plus
for the
an
charge.
additional
Roll
2 for
12.
the charge.
12 hit.
Put you at 12, that will hit. Oof.
Nice.
A mighty blow finishes off this character, this creature. You see it let out a guttural scream. The scream sounds like he's yelling out, Mortigian! As he falls down, collapses dead. With that, I'm going to
cool.
roll our first check. So again, 11 and above, they stay and fight. 10 and below, some of them will flee. A 16, they're all going to stay and fight. All right. What other character you got? Or that was both your characters, right?
It's both my characters.
All right. Then with that, Zavin, you are up.
Sorry, whose turn is it?
Yours. You're up, Zavin.
Apologies. I'm gonna move up to. Can I stand on top of where that dead guy is?
Yeah, I'll just move the dead guy out of the way.
Okay. Using my rumor that the queen has a fear of fire, I'm gonna have John the halfling chuck an oil flask at her.
Okay.
Nice.
Oil, and then the elf is gonna light up the lantern and try to smash it at her feet.
All right. So go ahead and first roll for an agility to see if you're able to strike her with the oil.
I'm gonna burn 4 points of luck.
All right.
So he's a halfling, so that's double that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You can say that after the roll, though.
Okay. Sure. Just in case I do good, I guess.
Yep.
I'll do it after.
Nice.
Yes.
Roll 20. You throw
Nice.
this thing, and as she turns at you, it smashes her like right in the forehead. You see the oil pouring all down her body as it smashes into her. She stumbles backwards, trying to wipe it away off of her face. Go ahead and roll me a d4. It's going to cause 4 points of damage as this flask smashes against her face.
All right. That worked pretty good. All right. Now the lantern. Is that another agility check?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say actually, you would have to light the lantern, which is going to take an action.
Oh, okay. I can throw it next turn.
Yeah, you can throw it next turn.
Okay. Then he'll just light the lantern. Then.
Okay. And when you do that, you can see. I'll go ahead. You can see fear on the queen's face as she is covered in the oil and comes to realize what you're trying to do as the lantern turns on. All right. Do you have any other characters?
Do not.
All right. So then with that, we're at the top of the round. It is going to be the queen and the cultist. The queen is going to strike at the nearest person to her. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, since pretty much everybody's up here, I'm going to roll our d5. Leo, do you still have
Yep.
somebody up front here, right?
I do. I have Ulrich the Traveler.
All right. So one strike against you. That's a 19 for 6 points of necrotic damage.
He dies.
All right. And with that, she is going to attempt to shulk back away from the rest of combat. So I think at least a couple of you will get a opportunity attack there.
Yep.
I'll say Abstract and Tom. Actually, who all attacked the queen? That's still alive. I think the most of you attacked the Hierophant first, right?
I know I did.
Yeah, Parrish did as well, but his weapon's on the floor.
Okay.
I didn't actually. My elf didn't engage yet.
Okay, so Tom attacks the queen. A 14
Just
will hit
okay.
as she attempts to flee. For 5 points of damage. You strike at her back as she goes to flee. You see her stumble, but just barely stay on her feet as she runs past a couple of the other cultists who then move in. Alright, so all of the cultists are basically going to move in and begin attacking. So with that, there is enough that each of you are going to get attacked once. So just going down the line. Abstract first. Your lowest luck character, a 19 for 1 point of damage.
Okay.
How are they looking?
Parrish is still up.
Still up. All right. Then versus Leo, your lowest.
Yeah, I don't have a guy up there. My halfling's my only character left, and he's up
Okay.
at the top there.
And this one will move up towards that character. He
Okay.
rolls a 6, so I think that's going to miss.
Yes.
All right. Rick, a 2 is going to miss. Tom, oof, a natural 20 for.
Man, your
4
dice
points
are
of
lucky
damage.
today.
And that one.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
my blacksmith dies.
Blacksmith dies. The weapon gets lodged into the PC's chest. This attack inflicts an additional 2d6 of damage and an additional 1d6 the next round. So that would have been an additional 7, 9. So, yeah, lots of damage to that. All right, and then
Oh, well.
the last one versus
That
Zavin.
has been eliminated.
That is a 11 for 5 points of damage.
Is that's on me? Yeah, he's saying that.
Yep.
Halfling dies.
Halfling goes down. And with that, we are back to Abstract. You are up. The queen has attempted to flee away from the fight as the cultists move in and attack.
Get the queen.
Parrish picks up the dark blade. I guess that's his action. For movement, he'll follow the queen.
Okay.
The Volin comes in. Which cultists are still alive?
All the cultists that are around you are all alive. The dead ones I moved off to the side.
Okay, because I thought this one had. Okay.
Yeah, that one
Then
moved up.
Volin will.
Yeah.
Volin will go and attack this one that has just moved up.
Okay.
Hey, so I just wanted to realize that we could have spent luck to increase the damage on the queen, right? Is that something 0th level characters can do?
I believe that's in the rules, yes. But going forward, you can definitely do that.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot that I could do it.
Yeah, I think it's both attack and
Yeah.
damage.
I didn't think about that either.
The worst
Alright.
rolls today.
A 4 that will miss as you go up to strike the cultist. It's able to dodge out of the way.
That'll be it for my characters.
All right, Leo, you're up.
Archibald sees Alaric go down, and he just got attacked by that guy that advances, and so he's like, Alaric! And he's going to whack at this guy with his staff. I thought that was going to be a 19 there for a second. I was about to be real happy.
For a 2. Kind of shaken by everything that's been going on down here, your strike, you're a bit distracted, swings wildly and misses.
That's it for me.
All right. Rick.
All right. So as a move action, can I draw a dagger?
Yeah, I can definitely move it
Okay.
dagger.
I know it can be part of the move, but I'm just So Ray is going to draw his dagger and try to stab the guy right in front of him.
Okay.
There you go.
16, that will hit. For 2 points of damage. This guy
And then
looks like he's takes that stab, grabbing and holding the wound, but still standing.
can I use a point?
Yeah, you absolutely
Luck?
can.
All right.
1 point
I'll
of
go ahead
luck
and
will be
do-
enough to finish this one off. 3 points of damage. He grabs the wound, and as you stab him, you twist the dagger, and as you pull it out, the wound opens up, and he grabs it even stronger and falls backwards and collapses to his death.
Okay, and then Chet's going to go after the cultist right next to my token.
Okay. A 7 will miss.
All right, and then before I make a decision on this, so do these braziers look like they can be kicked over,
They do.
or are they like? All right, so Pod is going to make a mad dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to kick that over at the queen.
All right. If you're trying to kick it over, it'll be a strength check. You're trying to beat a 15.
Come
With a
on.
charge.
With the charge, I'll give you the +2 as you kind of like lean into it.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
19.
Yeah.
It knocks over this. The urns are full of skulls and the blue fire coming out of them. You knock this one over. The skulls go clattering across the ground towards the queen. She is going to try to dodge out of the way, so she'll get 1 reflex save. I'm going to say she has to beat your 19 that you rolled. She has a +0, so she basically needs to roll a natural 20.
Damn. Nice.
Oh, it was close.
Oh,
And then it rolled over on the 8. All right. So with that, go ahead and the flames are the skulls roll towards her, the oil dripping down her robes. Go ahead and roll me a D. Let's see, we'll say a D6 as the fire starts to creep up her robes. Ooh, 5 points of damage. She starts to try to pat the fire as it's climbing up her robes. You hear her crying out. You see the fear on her face at this point. She looks absolutely terrified. And you can tell as she's patting it off, she's looking very, very weak at this point.
Sweet. Good round.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. For the one that ran over towards the urn, you were in combat, so the guy is going to get a strike at you. I forgot about that.
Oh shit.
1 claw attack against you for 2 points.
That won't
of damage.
take him down. That'll
will?
put him down to that'll put him down to 2.
Perfect. Okay. So he takes the strike as you run forward, and that strike emboldens you, giving you the momentum you need to knock over the urn. So I'm gonna put an X over this one. This urn is down. All right. With that, the Avatar is going to strike again. Who's down to just 1 character?
I am.
I am.
Sorry, I am. I need to jump over.
I'm sorry, Leo.
Leo and Tom?
Yep.
All right. So, not counting Leo and Tom, I'm just going to roll D3s here.
Oh, I'm down to 1 as well. Same.
Oh, is Alvin's down to 1 as well? Okay. All right. I'll just roll a D4 and cut it in half. All right. So that leaves Abstract and Rick. So that will be Rick. And the second one, Rick. 2 against Rick. Actually, no, I'm just gonna say he's gonna attack twice. Once against Abstract, once against Rick. Just make it easy. So here we go. So the tentacles again. This ghostly ethereal tentacle comes out of the floor and strikes at Abstract. That is an 18 for 8 points of damage.
It has to go to the lowest luck.
I'll let you choose.
The elf gets taken out by the
Alright.
the tentacles.
And then
Goodbye,
an 8 versus Rick.
I think everybody's a 9 or better. Yeah, everybody's 9
Alright.
or better. Yeah.
Got it. Alright. So with that, the 2 strikes, the tentacles come out, strike, taking down the elf, and the second strike, missing Rick's character. Alright, and then with that, we are back on to Tom.
So was I was down to 2 characters? Could I choose which one died? Could I choose that they keep the blacksmith alive?
Not on the last one. I was going for, just for that one, I was letting him choose.
Okay, all right. Okay. How many cultists do we have left?
You've got 4 cultists left.
All right. I am going to try flipping my. Let's see what I got. I'll try flipping the cleaver at the queen, but I am engaged in combat.
Okay, so go ahead and just roll as normal, and I'll say if you miss, I'll let you roll against the guy that's directly in front of you. Maybe hit him instead.
Okay.
A 16 will hit. All right.
6 points of damage.
You let out a cry. You let loose your cleaver. It goes flying through the air, end over end. The queen, in pain, she's trying to pat off the fire. The flames are crawling up towards her neck. And you see her look up in your direction as you let out this cry and let loose the cleaver, just in time to see the cleaver right into her head. And she stumbles backwards, dead to the floor. And with that,
Nice.
you hear echoes resound throughout the chamber. The swirling, ghostly tentacles of the creature begin moving over towards the queen. They encircle the queen's dead body, lifting her up and taking her into its giant ethereal maw, which then vanishes and disappears. The queen vanishing with it. And with that, I'm going to roll another check to see if the remaining cultists stay and fight. That's a natural
Nope.
1. The rest of them are going to flee. You see them run down towards this direction.
Can we get some opportunity attacks on these
I
guys?
was going to ask, if you want to make your opportunity attacks, you can all make an opportunity attack. Other than Rick's character down here next to the brazier.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say I have 1 right there still.
Okay.
Nice.
Natural 20 in there. All right. A 9. 9 will miss.
and my character just threw his weapon so to take out the queen. So he's not going to.
Punch.
He will not be successful.
All right.
Oh, I guess he can find.
Or you can try to like grab one and restrain it.
Parrish was running towards the queen before she died, so
Okay.
he's not able to do anything.
And a 13 will hit. So let's go, Zavin. You're a natural 20. Go ahead and roll damage, and then 1 point of damage, and then go ahead and roll on the crit table. So again, that's under the rollable tables. The crit table 1, all 0 level characters. Just click on the little die icon. smash the foe's hand, inflicting an additional 4 points of damage. So another one of them goes down dead. And then Tom, 1 point of damage for you. So one more dies, the other 3 attempting to flee. Was there any other characters standing that could attack? Or that was it?
No.
Alright, they go fleeing into this hallway down here. Do you guys want to give chase?
I say we do. They might be going towards an exit. Ultimately, we're just trying to get out of here.
Alright, you give chase an attack.
But there was stuff in all the other tombs. I wonder if there's anything. Is this a?
So this is a large, like, stone pedestal with just piles of dead bodies.
Oh my god.
It's just fuel for their ritual.
Yeah. Ooh. Never mind. Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
give chase.
we'll burn. Oh, yeah. Okay.
This guy looks really sad.
Alright, you give chase. So I'll let you guys just, as you chase, like, they're not trying to fight back. They're literally just fleeing. So I'll let you guys go ahead and attack.
Yeah, I think Chet's at least malicious enough to chase after
And tell you
fleeing
what, since
people
they
and
are
murder.
completely just fleeing and not defending, I'll let you guys roll up the dice chain if you would like. But a 16 does hit.
Oh,
A 15 hits. A 14 hits. So we got 1 point of damage. An 8 will miss. Another point of damage. One of them goes down, so it's down to 2.
wait. I'm sorry. Were we just attacking on
The
everything?
cultists. Yeah, just basically
Yeah,
there's
we're-
3 cultists fleeing. Another one goes down. So the last one.
Do I get to roll an attack?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I was zooming up on the pile of corpses, looking at them in detail because they're kind of cool if you zoom up on them.
Yeah, you're good. That last 5 points from abstract damage, they all go down. You finish off the cultists before any of them can escape. And it seems, as you do that, the flaming blue urns the flames begin to die out. So all that is left now is the lantern that Zavin has lit.
Let's burn the bodies.
Yeah, do we have any oil left? Actually, why don't we figure out a way to get out first so we don't asphyxiate ourselves with the smoke?
Yeah.
Well,
Doors.
let's look through and see if there's any treasure at least on the bodies
That
and
sounds good.
on the altar.
I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and read the kind of like closing little bits here, just to walk it through, and then we can go ahead and deal with all the after stuff. So you searching and trying to find your way out. So once Meridian is banished, suddenly the monstrous black god sweeps into the southeast there, picks up the queen, and retreats like a shadow, disappearing from sight. Only a hollow voice, like the baleful tone of a funeral bell, sounds out from the darkness, echoing wildly through the hall. Go! And now that Meridian is a just god who claims only the dead, be free to roam the lands of the living. But no, ever and anon, all succumb to the ravening kiss of death and return to darkness. In time, you too will return to me, and I shall be waiting. And with the finality of those words, you hear a great metallic grating from above, accompanied by a rush of fresh air that streams down the stairs and into the hall. So that's where you're at. So you hear that basically whatever this god or creature was, seemed to be a god of death, basically takes its prize, the queen, and tells you that you will return to it at some point. All right, so you guys start searching like the dead bodies and everything?
Yep.
All right, so it looks like these are just more of the random people. Like, you may even recognize 2 or 3 of them from when you first arrived in town, or people that you even traveled with. They all seem to be, merchants and tradesmen of some sort, kind of like all of you were when you arrived. They all are dead. And these ones that have been brought down here were slain. As the god said, he only claims the dead. So it looks like they were sacrificing all of these people to the creature. Again, on them, they have no equipment, no weapons of any kind.
Okay. And we'll search the altar.
That's what we just did, I think. Those.
Nothing. There was nothing more. All right.
Yeah, it's just all the bodies that are on there.
Y'all want to go check out to see where these guys were running to, and maybe,
Yeah, down this
or are you just ready to get out of here?
This might be the exit. So
Yeah, let's
We'll
give it.
see.
Well,
Um,
we felt fresh air coming from up above
Yep.
down the stairs, so
Yeah, the fresh air came flying in from this direction.
I'm thinking maybe those big, large doors by the screaming statues opened up or something.
One last thing that you do find, though, if you go and search kind of like over where the queen fell, she did drop her jeweled scepter.
All right. Let's grab that.
Yeah.
Okay, who's going to grab the jeweled scepter?
I mean, Parrish would have been over there when she fell, so it would make sense for him to grab it, I think.
Okay, so that's your character abstract?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go ahead and put the jeweled scepter in your inventory.
Share the proceeds, don't worry.
Where do we look at that? Like our character inventories and stuff?
If you double click on your character, it'll bring up your character sheet.
Ah,
Under character,
okay.
you'll see all like your weapons and armor and stuff like that. And then if you click on equipment, it'll show you what other items you have. Oh yeah, speaking of, I think abstract, your character had, because I think they had the thieves' tools. They had the owl's talon, the magic like lock picking tool.
No, that was somebody else, I think.
Did the second in command guy have anything fancy?
He did not happen to have anything.
Okay.
Man, they go cheap on their staff, really.
Yeah, they're just cultists. Because they transform them into these like demonic creatures, so they use their claws and bites to attack. And they don't have any need for gold and stuff like that. All right, so the Owl's Talon. Who is going to take the Owl's Talon? If nobody remembers who had
Wouldn't
it.
mind.
is anybody gonna have a thief or a?
I have a halfling. I mean,
I have I unless I pray to Justica and are able to swap luck with personality, I will be making a thief. So because I
Oh,
got
then you
luck
take
of,
it.
luck of 17. Okay, I'll take the Owl's Talent.
Okay. All right. So I'll put it in your.
My halfling's going to loot his fallen comrades
Okay.
Yeah,
and get the silver diadem, and he'll also take the acorn off Alaric.
Perfect.
Yeah. Get my acorn.
Yeah, I can say each of your characters can have an acorn. No problem. There's plenty of them in that room. All right. So with that, you guys have gotten everything out of down here that you believe that you can find.
Should we go back for those hiding villagers?
Yeah, we can.
All right.
Might be the
I
nice
assume
thing.
you guys go through this hallway down here to the left.
Yeah.
All right, as you do, you find a stairway leading up. At the top of the stairway, you see it looks like the stone wall. Like it ended at a wall, but that has shifted open. So I'll go ahead and move you guys up to the next level. And again, I'll move you guys as a group, and it's going to freeze me.
No,
but it's
we're
all
going to be right there by the exit.
right. Pop this out. you out right there. You find yourselves back up. The front doors seem to have opened. So you guys can go and find there was about 5 or 6 villagers still hiding up in that one tomb room. And at this point, too, the rows of bodies in here, a good amount of them are starting to move, stand up, and seem to shake off that same poison that you guys had been affected by. They're able to shake off the effects. And I'd probably say, everybody go ahead and roll me a d8.
D8?
Yep, d8.
You just cut out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's a bunch of low rolls.
Yeah.
I think we need one more. Zavin, your d8.
Yeah, sorry. I can never tell what these dice are.
Oh, finally.
So 12. 12 villagers you're able to rescue. On top of the 5 that you rescued from that were already awakened over there. So that gives you 17 people are going to come out of here with you. Everybody else does not wake. They seem to be dead.
We're dosed.
My untouched gravedigger is looking at a big old payday.
Right? All right. So with this, the massive bronze door to the burial palace stands open to the glorious light of day, where you hear the sound of feasting and jubilee issue from the city. Having finally put an end to the vile queen's merciless perdition upon innocent lives, you emerge from the vault reborn. Not as common folk or even heroes, but something more, something stronger. Caked in the blood and filth of the vanquished, you thirst. This thirst for action now burns hot in your veins, and with it the promise of gold and glory unbound. And despite the sound of boisterous revelry that calls you towards its comforting embrace, you hear another call, the call to adventure, and you shall answer it. All right, that is it for the Veiled Vault of the Onyx Queen. Congratulations. Let's see, I've got Abstract, we've got Leo, Tom, Zevin, and Rick. So let's see, Abstract, how many characters you got left?
Just the one.
Just the one, okay.
Yeah.
Leo, how many you got left?
Just the one.
All right, Tom.
One.
Zavin.
One.
And Rick.
All of them?
You've got all your characters left?
Wow.
Yeah, I never even my gravediggers still they never joined, but yeah, all my other 3. Pod took 2 hits, but he had 7 health to start,
Oh,
so he
damn.
lived. And you got really bad rolls on me during this combat, so I
All
lucked
right.
out really, really hard.
Yeah, so you got 3 characters left. Okay. With our next session, as I said, I think I had 1 or 2 from our my previous session before we started this one that wanted to join back as well. So I'm thinking I'm going to increase our party size to 6. So with that, Rick, I'll have you pick whichever character you want to level up, and we'll each level up 1 character.
I was kind of thinking if it was okay that I would let everybody else kind of pick their class, because I have kind of some options, you know?
You can go
So-
last. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us back to the main landing page here, just to make it clean and easy. All right. So I'm going to go down the list here. We're going to start with Abstract. So Abstract, if you double click on your character token. Oh, hold on just a second, too. I'm going to end our recording here and